Good evening, friends. Study with Apala Engineering and General Geology, Parvin Singh book. Chapter 4 Geological Work of Water. So, geological work of a sea we study here. Terminology as already maintained. More than 70% surface area of the earth is covered with waters in the form of oceans and sea. These collectively forms the third most important part of the earth as a planet, which is called the hydrosphere. A sea is an extensively developed continuous body of salt waters having inland extensions or embayment. Every depth of sea is generally less than 4 km in almost all cases. Sea are shallower parts of the large water bodies called the ocean. Some well-known sea are the Arabian Sea, the Baltic Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Red Sea. Some sea are actually large inland lake but are called sea because of their size. These include the Caspian Sea and the Red Sea. Exceptionally, is deep seas with average depth greater than 4 km having extensive area and gigantic underwater features are called oceans. The five big oceans are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, the Antarctic Ocean. Oceanography is the spatial branch of geology dealing exclusively with the study of oceans of the world, covering the process of origin and development of the ocean. The land area adjoining to the seas or oceans that is under constant attack of the marine waters is called seashore. Sea waters does not normally transgress the land area beyond the seashore. Such a demarcations between sea and land marks the seashore line in an area. A sea does not normally start abruptly and steeply from the shore. There is generally a sequence of slopes starting from the shore and going up to the shore floor. Two terms commonly used to describe these configurations are as follows. Continental shelf. It is the gently sloping land part that remains partially submerged under seawater. Seawater it may be only a narrow strips, a quite extensive areas stretching for hundreds of kilometers. The slope in a continental shelf is generally of the order of 1 in 1000 or less. So continental slopes, it is the slopes starting from furthest end of the continental shelf and continue up to the sea floor. It may be gently or very steep in garden gradient, varying between 1 in 4 to 1 in 6. Abyssal plains, each ocean is normally characterized with an abyssal plains or abyssal floor. It is almost level, having an insignificant gradient of 1 in 1000. Continent, continental crust, granitic, here describes rock type. Continental shelf, continental slope, high tide levels, low tide levels, mid-ocean ridge, abyssal plains, ocean crest, basaltic, a diagrammatic section along continental margin and ocean floor. So don't forget to make a diagrams with labelings. It is important for all exams, your competition, if you in B.Sc, M.Sc, any class or in competitions. So in addition to these measures features, there may be present continental rises, oceanic rises and mid-oceanic ridge. In these extensive water bodies, a continental rise is a slightly elevated regions located within a continental slope. Similarly, an oceanic rise is an elevated regions within the ocean's floor but not forming a part of a well-defined oceanic ridge. An oceanic ridge is a continuous and extensively developed submarine mountains like a structure that may extended from one end to the other end of an ocean. The Pacific, the Atlantic, and the Indian Ocean have mid-oceanic ridge of extensive development that almost encircle the globe. Submarine canyon. These are exceptionally deep, narrow, walled V-shaped structures found on the slope of many continental shelves. In many cases, these canyons are linked to the streams, valleys, and may be thought of as there's a seawards extensions in other cases. However, these submarine caves are branched along the slopes and extend downwards deep into and up to the base of the continental slope, acquiring dimensions and characters deep into and up to the base of the continental slope, acquiring dimensions and characters that cannot be easily explained. At present, such submarine canyon are though to have been caused by strong turbidity current. So rushing down the continental slopes with high velocity, these currents are though to be capable of cutting down strongest rock by virtue of their velocity and sediment content. However, many marine geologists still have their doubt about the exact origin of a submarine canyon. Thank you.